Hello and welcome to episode whatever it is. I apologize for the glasses, it's really bright again. However, I've built this brand new rig on my bike. I'll take a photo of it, a little video, so you can see exactly what I've done. As you can imagine, it looking like this, it's quite awkward. I can't see anything in front of me, so I hope that there's no police or anything and they say, what are you doing? Even though I'm on a bike, not in the car. But I'm hoping that I'm in frame. I tested it out and did some test videos and stuff like that. Hopefully it's not too bumpy as well today. I've got a Hyper Boost Smooth 2.0 on my GoPro, so I'm really hoping that it's okay. Hopefully the audio is okay. Hopefully it's not too smooth. I'm going to be riding my bike. So pretty much today is another update video. First things first, my update videos that probably be after today, it'll probably be twice every fortnight. So once every 2 weeks, and it'll still be on the Thursday, so don't worry, they will be coming. Another thing, there is the driving in Japan video coming out on the weekend, so please stay tuned for that. There's a couple of other things, but how about we just go? How about we just get started? Hopefully you can see enough of the background. So I kind of started, there are the stairs up there. I don't know if you can see in the background, I'll try and turn it this way. No, sorry, can't do this. Stairs up there in the background. That's where I started my vlog the other day. I'm gonna lean back a little bit, so hopefully you can see me. So yeah, let's just go slow. So hopefully it's not too bumpy. Some brand new apartments there that have just been built, which is nice. I wonder what these people are thinking. I wonder what these people driving past are thinking of me right now. I wouldn't have a clue. Anyway, update. It is really cool now. It's not as hot as it was a few weeks ago, thank goodness. So if you're planning on visiting Japan at some point, I think anytime after September up until kind of May, June time, those 6 months are the best 6 months. Otherwise it's way too hot. Probably 4 or 5 months of the year you can't do anything. It's terrible. But also what I thought I would do today is you guys probably want to know more about Japan and news about Japan and things like coronavirus and vaccinations and just general news. So what I've done, so you guys probably want to know general news, what's happening in Japan. And if you don't log on to like Japan Daily every day and check out exactly what's happening, just like your local news source on the internet, what I've done is I've written down a whole bunch of things that's been happening in Japan the last week. And crime. Let's talk about some of the headlines that are in the crime news at the moment in Japan. Now, crime exists everywhere. Obviously, no country is perfect. And yeah, so if you want to see some of the headlines in Japan at the moment in relation to crime, let me read a couple of them for you. This is the first one. A 71-year-old woman died in an apartment of another 75-year-old woman. Now, police don't know exactly who the 71-year-old woman who died was. However, the 75-year-old, whose house it was, she did tell the police that she wanted to call them, but she just didn't. And there's an autopsy going on at the moment. So that's one thing that was in the news that I read that I was really confused about. So a woman had a 70-year-old friend or relative in the house with her. She died. She wanted to call the police, but decided, nah, don't want to. The reason why this person got found was because the neighbors complained about some strong stench, this disgusting odor coming from the next door neighbor's room, and turns out a 71-year-old woman had died in there. And story number 2. Now, I'm sure you've all heard of sugar daddies and sugar mamas, and if you don't know what they are, then it's essentially an older male or female takes a younger male or female out and pretty much just treats them because they just want to hang out with someone younger and more attractive, or older and more attractive, and they pay for things like food and clothing and rent and apartments and university fees and all that kind of stuff. So apparently a 19-year-old girl who goes to one of the universities in Japan, she went out with a sugar daddy, so a guy who's got a ton of money, and they had a couple of drinks at a bar, decided to go back to a love hotel. And while the man was in the shower of the love hotel, she decided to steal his $160,000 watch. Didn't take long for her to get caught, because the next day she went to a pawn shop and tried to pawn a $160,000 stolen watch. So yeah, good luck getting away with that one. But yeah, crime does happen in Japan. And what else is happening in the news in Japan? All right, so in national Japanese news, a 70-year-old man in Akita prefecture was delivering his newspapers in the morning at about 3 o'clock in the morning. And because it was so dark and 3 o'clock in the morning and it was a little bit chilly where he is, he had gloves on, he had his jacket on, and he started to get attacked. And during the ambush, he started screaming and screaming, and he was trying to push this thing off him, and he was trying to figure out how to get away because he was, you know, he said he was getting hurt, and you know, this thing was scratching him, and he started screaming, "Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? What do you want?" No response. "Who are you? What do you want from me?" No response. Turns out it was a black bear. There was a 6-foot black bear attacking a 70-year-old man, and because he had his gloves on, he couldn't actually feel the fur of the animal. Fortunately, the bear got spooked, ran away, and he managed to call the police, and they couldn't track down the bear, but he went to hospital, had a couple of scratches, and he survived, luckily. That's why I told you that story, because he did actually survive. So I suppose it's somewhat of a happy ending, but yeah, man, getting attacked by a bear. Luckily, I haven't seen any bears in Japan before. Oh, this person's gonna send me on my GoPro. Thank you. Yeah, I've never seen any bears before. Apparently there's like wild boars. They call them inoshishi here in Japan. Apparently they're everywhere. I haven't seen them yet. I did go hiking in the mountains, and let's stop. I did go hiking in the mountains last year and nearly stepped on a snake. I don't know what type of snake it was. It was brown. In Australia, brown snakes, they'll kill you. But yeah, I nearly stepped on a brown snake, but fortunately it didn't get me, but I was pretty close to it. I've seen a couple of snakes actually in the mountains, but no bears yet, fortunately. Hopefully I never see them. Okay, next story. Lunchtime in Japan, and a lady was working in her office, and she told the newspaper that she was really excited to have lunch because she hadn't eaten all morning. So she decided to go to McDonald's. Unfortunately, in her McDonald's burger, she found a little piece of metal, and it was a spring from some sort of utensil, and yeah, she bit down on it. Unfortunately, chipped her tooth, had to go to the dentist, and McDonald's issued an apology and gave her a refund for the burger that she ate. And I don't know, I read all the comments on this article actually, and everyone was like, that's the difference between Japan and other countries. I won't say which countries, you can just guess. Yeah, that McDonald's issues an apology, gives her $3 back for her burger, whereas in some other countries they'd be suing for millions and things like that. But yeah, I might have to do oh my god, I was just thinking I might have to do a Macca's video after that. Not hopefully to get my tooth chipped or anything like that, but more because there are some seasonal foods that you can get in Japan that you can't get anywhere else. So I am currently on a diet, so I don't know when that's actually going to happen. But yeah, if you're interested in Macca's and what Macca's has to offer in Japan, please let me know, because I'll be happy to do a Macca's video. And finally, alright, and the final story, news of the week here in Japan, is that a dog was walking down the street with its owner on a lead, doing the right thing, and decided to take a wee on a telegraph pole like they always do, and the telegraph pole fell to the ground. Just fell straight to the ground. Turns out that after they did some tests, they figured out that a telegraph pole should last in the ground for around 50 years, but they took a sample of some of the metal apparently, and after only 20 years it had fallen down because the number of dogs, it was like the dog wee hotspot in their town. So every single dog sniffed out that one pole, took a wee on it, and decided that yeah, that was it. That's the pole that we're going to wee on. And it turns out that 20 years later the pole just fell. No one was injured, luckily. They did some tests, and now there's this big uproar, and there are some vets on the internet talking about, oh, you need to train your dog to wee at home. And then there are people complaining that, hey, if we dog wees at home, then what's the point of taking it for a walk every day and things like that. So look, at the end of the day, telegraph pole falling on the ground, not hurting anybody because of dog wee, is quite a humorous story as far as I'm concerned. And that is news of the week here in Japan. Hopefully you enjoyed that little segment. If you did enjoy those little segments and those little stories, yeah, let me know, because I will do it a couple more times. Now it's going to get a little bit loud Oh, I'm gonna go down the street. I'm going down the main road. Don't know how much you guys can see, don't know how much you guys can hear. Might be a little bit loud, but I'm just passing Cafe Gusto. Decent cafe, it's like an American bistro type thing. This place here, I don't know how much you can see. This is my friend's car shop. I haven't seen him in a while. We play soccer together, but unfortunately because of COVID, we haven't been able to play for about 2 months now. So that's a shame. I think I might go to the Conveni and get an iced coffee. Yeah, it's been a while. So this is the main street in my town. It's quite industrial actually. There's a lot of like metal and woodwork happening and all that kind of stuff. So there's a Yamada Denki, which is it's just over there. You can't see it. It's like an electronics store. Ooh, bumpy. There's Convenis every 50 meters. It's kind of got just enough. It's got just enough for what I need. We're currently at 7-Eleven, so I'm going in. Oh, okay. Okay, you might not be able to see anything, but I'm going in. I'm gonna leave my GoPro outside on my bike. Trust test. I'll be back. Japan! Trust exercise complete. Yeah, so that's it guys, that's the end of the vlog. Hopefully you enjoyed the little news section. Look, videos coming this weekend and then more videos coming a few weeks after that. I've got a couple of things planned. I'm going away at Christmas and other places that I'm heading, but I'm not going to reveal too much. Check out my Insta. Insta is linked to Facebook. Check out all the YouTube videos, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, tell me if you want to see anything or if you learned anything or if you want to hear any more news. And besides that, enjoy. That's really good. 200 yen, $2. Peace out guys.